Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Nike and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Vanderbilt Commodores taking on the winners of three straight, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gamecocks will get us started with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Commodores' offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he is. Let me tell you about this wide receiver. He is a route-running DB, toasting, pass-catching, touchdown-scoring, woo, son of a gun.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to try and corral this guy, because you play man-to-man, you risk him running right by you and catching the deep ball, but you play zone and you give him the opportunity to potentially make yards after the catch. Going to have to be really careful trying to cover that dude.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. Coming off a season in which things really didn't go their way in conference play, and they'd love to get on a roll here this season.
Well, this is a team from a roster standpoint, though, that believes they're better on the field than they were a year ago. They've made some additions through high school recruiting, through the portal, and they think that's going to be the difference, David.
And now they got to put it together, right? Now, this is when it really works. When you get in conference play, it gets different. The familiarity within the league of all the coaches, and so this is really hard for them. But I'm interested to see what they can do and to see if they can bounce back.
So South Carolina's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play. Well, they immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
Back to the ground with the running back. Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. They'll give it to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Let's see what they do on third down. To the air, it's Sellers. Gets open down the middle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. He'll keep it himself. Oh, what a move! And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
It's what makes this offense so hard to stop. When you've got an athletic quarterback, you've got to worry about him in the running game, and there on the option, he makes the right decision, keeping it, and he caps off the opening drive of the game with a TD.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Comes out throwing on first down. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Commodores will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the returner is stopped. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over. Looking deep down the right side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking throw.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Working that left side. And the defense was right there to make the tackle, but not before they get it to the 12 and set up in the red zone. And the Gamecocks have taken it inside the 20. They move the tight end all over. They'll go to the ground. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, South Carolina! They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Florida dominated almost from wire to wire. And a game like this makes you hearken back to those Chris Leak, Tim Tebow, Brandon Spikes teams that won it all in 2006 and again in 2008.
Grabbed in the backfield, it's Johnson.
Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough. And we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. And the Commodores send out the punt unit. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but
unloads it downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Wide open downfield. Open runway ahead. Ripped off a huge sharp play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. They'll throw it from the red zone. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Going for it all. Touchdown Gamecocks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead at week 6. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the 1st quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. Johnson looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. The give out of the gun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
The Commodores get enough for the first down.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Trying play action. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. And the Commodores line up to punt it away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Offense on the move. A big play there, gets it to the 30. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Give to the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short.
Green 25.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown Gamecocks! And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
And he'll bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Complete to the left. Off he goes. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Vandy. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Looking for a productive play on first down. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. He wants to take the top off. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection. The Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. And the ball's on the ground. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Finds the tight end. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. And the Gamecocks have their offense in high gear. They'll put the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
He's got it and still on his feet. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. NC State was far from the friendly confines of Carter Finley Stadium, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Always interesting to see ranked teams collide, and today was no different. The agony and ecstasy of college football, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Crosses the 30. He's got away. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the second half. So they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last first down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Johnson wants to throw it. Swings it out to the flat. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw it again. Got it in the middle. It's Bell. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up.
First down for the offense.
Going up top on first down. He's got his man across the middle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. And just saw one there on the crossing.
Tackled, but he has a first down. And the Commodores come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Tosses it incomplete.
It's now 2nd down.
After the misfire, now on 2nd down.
Get set, get set.
He's looking to throw. On the run, fires downfield. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. His drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He uncorks one deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down, now they're staring at 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Makes the grab. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Lofts one high and deep. And they're unable to connect on the long pass. He caught it, but he was out of bounds. It's incomplete. And now on 2nd down for this offense. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time he's got it. Still running at the 40. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws toward the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
No rest for the wicked for this offense. They are taking shots. You just saw a big explosive play on the previous one, and right away they get back to the...
Throws toward the end zone. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining. And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. Absolutely perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it is hard to beat Columbia when that town is buzzing as it is today. And there is no better place to start this halftime. How this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
They'll open the second half with a run. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. First down and 10. They're going to ride this running back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Soft spot in the middle. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Past the 25. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Gamecocks will line it up on first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the stomping has commenced. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score South Carolina 52, Vanderbilt 10.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Johnson looking to throw. Got him downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Running back searching for a hole. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's third and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Spence. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Finds his tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They're down to the 20, first and 10.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Hey, Cam, ready to go.
Looking for space. It's Alexander. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Commodores.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. Put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
The ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game on the toss play.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Gamecocks will send out the punt unit. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Dillon. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Gain of 15. And a 1st down for the offense.
That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. First down to start the drive after the break. Johnson wants to throw it. Coming after him. Got the back over the middle. Oh, it's out. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense set for a 1st down play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And you want to dominate the football game like these guys have all day. Dominate the line of scrimmage. You know, turn and hand the ball off to your running back. It's a good recipe. It makes every quarterback better. It makes every OC better. Just turn, hand the football off, especially when you're winning the ball game.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Him down almost immediately.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right now.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on out.
He's going to pass. Going to let it fly. Pulls it in on the left. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Headed to the end zone. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to pound it in. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, we got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Looking for the score. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Howell. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's looking to throw it. Fires one high and deep. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? Here's the handoff. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's second and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling,